The achievement is called Soft Boy. I love it. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple letters and a large yellow... Oh, this is the college stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And she got in.
Yes.
And she wanted to go here for her congratulations.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Ooh, new message. Hey Nathan, what are your feelings about poker? Beyond hardly knowing her. Poker? I hardly know her? There it is. Well, good talk. Wait, I actually like poker. I just saw the joke and I had to take the shot. Please, Matt, I'm a dad. I'm contractually obligated. No, I get that. Anyway, we've been playing weekly poker games and I figured I should send an invite your way. That sounds great. I love losing money. Cool, dude. See you soon. Lose that money. Matt invited me to a poker night at Joseph's house. I put on my going out coat and walk over. Across the way, I spot Matt, who's walking over from his own house. He's got a case of beer under his arm. Crap, I should have brought something.
Hey.
Hey, man. Crap, I should have brought something. No worries, man. It's your first time. Just bring a full wallet. How long have you guys been at this for? Years, buddy. Just a nice way to keep in touch with the guys. It's never really high stakes. Oh, good. Brian's here. We pass through the fence enclosing Joseph's backyard. Craig, Brian, and Joseph hover around the patio, drinking beer and chatting. Robert sits in the corner, brooding as usual. Brooding? Brooding. Nathan, glad you could make it.
Oh.
So am I. I'm psyched to take all your money. Just like old times. Craig's the resident shark. We prefer the term person who's good at poker. I'm well aware. Craig's always been suspiciously good at poker. Sorry, my nose. Are you still as terrible as you were in college? I'm going to save. Poker face. Hey, I wasn't terrible. I'm not bad at poker. I'm definitely good at poker. Everyone stares at me. Okay, maybe that was a little defensive. Alright, loading. Tell the truth. I am still terrible at poker. My tell is a sustained, childlike giggle.
Nice.
There's no way you're as bad as Joseph. Joseph shrugs.
Yeah.
This is basically my tithing. I'm giving back to the community.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm happy to just sit here and eat all of Brian's snacks.
Oh.
Guess you brought pigs in a blanket.
Oh.
Not Craig. Hey, my chia seed and granola energy bars are just as delicious. Everybody laughs. Let's just get the game going.
Hey.
We all take a seat at the table and Matt starts dealing cards. The first couple of rounds go by easily as I'm getting the hang of things, but it's obvious that Craig is running the show here. Craig, how did you get so good at this? It's pretty easy. You just start getting a feel for everybody's tell. Like, Matt will scratch his ear.
Oh.
Hey. Brian adjusts his pants when he's trying to lie.
Oh, shucks.
No, wait a second.
Oh.
And I think you just loudly announce to the whole room when you have a good hand. Yeah. Yep, that's me.
Oh.
What's Joseph's tell? Everything. Literally everything. That man is an open book. He couldn't lie if he tried. Well, at least I have God on my side.
Oh.
See, you can't even say that with a straight face. What about Robert?
Hmm.
Honestly, the man's an enigma. Robert raises his glass of whiskey to use a solemn salute. I think he'd wipe the floor with us if he actually tried. I'm just here because I enjoy the company. Robert pulls out his phone and stares at it.
Hey.
Robert, is that a flip phone? Yeah. What? Are you a drug dealer now? Yeah, what do you need? Horse? Speed? To Johnny's? I could get you the street stuff easy, but if you're looking for something exotic or designer, that's maybe 72 hours and a favor called. Maybe I won't need you today. Maybe I won't need you tomorrow. But someday. Oh, I don't really... I think I'm good. Right. But still, if you got the coin, I got the goods. I dropped my phone in the toilet, and this is a backup until I could get it replaced under warranty. Robert is just the oddest way of joking around, and I kind of am starting to warm up to it. Everyone murmurs their sympathies. We've all been there. We go back to playing. I really gotta stop eating these pigs in a blankets. Pigs in blankets? I don't know, but they're very good. I think there might be cheese in them. Oof, I don't know if I got enough to raise you on this round. You could always bet your firstborn.
Nice.
If you think you could handle another one, be my guest. Briar and Hazel are a handful, to say the least. Buddy, you think 3 keys is a handful? Try 4. I'm operating at 100% dad capacity at all times. Actually, it's technically 5. Christine saw a commercial for one of those dolls that poop and wouldn't stop asking for it. We ended up getting it for her birthday, but she's so grossed out by the fake baby poop that she makes me change its diapers. So now I'm changing the real baby and the fake baby. There's just a lot of poop in my household right now. That's such a weird doll. Daisy got one of those a while back. One night I walked in on her after she had tried to take the doll apart to see how the poop mechanism worked, but then she couldn't put it back together and started crying. Poop everywhere. Fake poop, but still. That reminds me of... Wait, do we all have poop doll stories? Everyone nods in agreement. Guys, I really don't need any more poop in my life than there is already. Can we just get back to poker and not talk about poop? Matt deals another hand and we quickly forget about the poop. We run out of pigs and blankets, so we switch over to Craig's healthy snack food. It actually isn't terrible.
Hey.
These kale chips are phenomenal. We should sell these at the coffee shop. It's my own recipe. I'd be happy to give it to you guys.
Oh.
I can see it now. Pierce the kale chips. Like Pierce the Veil.
Oh.
Pierce the Veil is a popular post-hardcore screamo band out of San Diego. That's one reference I finally understood. We all look at Matt, confused. It's maybe not any of your wheelhouses. How's the shop nowadays?
Hey.
Busy as ever. I'm toying with the idea of hiring on another person to work the counter, but I haven't found a good candidate.
Hey.
If Amanda's looking for a summer gig, let me know. That's really nice of you, but I think she's been burned too badly by coffee shops before. Literally, not figuratively.
Oh.
Matt cocks his head to the side. I'll ask her, though. We get down to the final hand of the night, and it's Craig in the lead by a landslide. Joseph has long since lost all of his chips and has taken to tying up, refusing any help from the rest of us. Brian deals us all cards. So what's it gonna take for Robert to give a Dane on this round? Robert looks up from his half-empty glass of whiskey. Do you really want to unleash the beast? Well, now I'm curious. I got a long history of being a gambling man, but I'll only do it if you make it interesting. None of this penny chip nonsense. I got a Lily's 18-year single blend sitting in my closet right now. Was saving it for when River turns 21, but I'm only to put it up as collateral.
Oh.
Now you're talking my language. He throws the keys to his truck on the table. She's seen better days, but she could still pull a tree trunk out of the ground. Nope. Myself and everyone else at the table immediately folds. Deal the cards, bry guy. Are you guys sure you wanna... You heard the man. Deal. This is not gonna end well. I feel like it's not gonna end well for Craig. Brian deals the next round of cards. Craig stares daggers at Robert, who casually sips his whiskey. So I know what you might be thinking. Robert put his old work curse up for grabs, his only mode of transportation. At times in his life, his only home. How could he be so sure of his abilities in gambling? I'll tell you right now, Craig. I wasn't always like this. I was a lot like you. Smart, talented, cocksure of my own luck. Great biceps. But it didn't last long, though. I lost everything in a game of Pai Gao in a back room of Shenzhen Tea House on what I thought was a 3-day business trip. Everything gone. Clothes, money, identification, you name it. I woke up in a ditch near Zhaozhou Park and had to make my life new from there. It took me 3 years to beg, borrow, and steal my way back to American soil. And in those 3 years, I saw the greatest depths of human fear. Loved deeper than I ever had, and lost it all many more times over. I've seen my own death, Craig. I know how to die. It's not like this.
Hey.
So let's make this more interesting. Robert produces the deed to his house from his jacket and tosses it on the table. Good grief, this guy is being way too real right now. All I have and all I am. Are you prepared to go the distance? Craig wipes the sweat from his brow. He studies Robert's face intently, searching for any sort of tell that he can find. Robert casually sips his whiskey again. I fold. Everyone erupts. Fine, the whiskey is yours. And that's why you don't dance with the devil. So what was it? Were you bluffing or did you have the cards? That's for me to take to my grave, fellas. Next week, boys.
Hey.
Next week.
Hey.
You got it.
Hey.
I'll be there. I almost had a... Sure thing. This has been very relaxing, and I sincerely doubt I will wake up in a cold sweat thinking about it tonight. Keep working on that poker face, Nathan. We all say our goodbyes and head our separate ways. That was fun. That was a fun little
Welcome.
segment.
You've got dads.
Alright. No more messing around. It's time for our second day with Brian. Time to be awful at fishing. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still, though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish. And my lawn could use another good mowing. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, and not chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda.
Dad.
Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique, or what? I personally do not eat straight cheese, so I can say nothing. No. Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, be outside and tie knots and stuff. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it.
Huh.
Oh boy, Nathan. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish? And burns! Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay. Brian's just... He just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he personally reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, I know that's what's happening.
Dad.
Alright, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. Pray for your stupid dad. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay. Sleep. I am wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on. But before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked up mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. 9 years old? Dang. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see my land, but I know it's a lake. Oh, I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water's placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. The art is so pretty. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait. And wait. And wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see multitudes of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. That was such a weird dream. I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda. I'll get up. In a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda, whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Wow, it's still dark out. That's how early it is. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Aww. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Woof, woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Nathan sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we could catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I am digging a hole here. I stare out at the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. Good grief, I can't breathe. Okay. After a nice quiet drive. Nope. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Let's try that again. After a nice, quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. Oh, that's pretty. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great, it's still in one piece. Hold on, help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny, dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Oh, woof woof. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Alright, what's the proper response? Ah, I figured it was that one. It's still funny though. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself. I like how he technically liked that response, but then he's also just like, okay. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. Amanda does not look pleased. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them.
Whoa!
Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore in the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest around himself, and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously.
Oh.
I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get your weed whacker. That's higher stakes than the custody of children? The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole saw, the Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shoot! The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish, fatherly pride will one day me might be undoing. I'm gonna save here. But we'll see. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand. Okay, what's the proper? Put some bait on the hook. Insult the fish. Stretch river. I fish a worm from the styrofoam container Brian brought. It's slippery, but I think I could get it onto the hook if I just focus. Oh gosh, I'm bleeding. Oh gosh, the blood's everywhere. The worm is not on the hook. Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up to a mile away, you know.
Okay.
I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? Perform fish mating call, tie a knot or something, meditate. It's probably, yeah, tie a knot.
Oh.
I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver us onto a bountiful harvest. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can.
Aha!
And the lure flies off with the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the rinse speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down.
Ah.
Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. You should. Oh, good lord, what is happening? Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. Oh, this kind of game. Okay. I need to match 3 of the same species. I can't tell which fish is which.
Match that fish.
Oh, I see.
Nice catch.
Alright, I'm starting to get the rules of
Nice
it now.
catch.
Shoot, oh, lordy, what? Oh, here.
Catch of the day. Match of the day.
Oh. Alright, I'm getting somewhere with this.
Rainbow trout. Catch of the day. Now you're fishing. Catch of the day. Catch of the day. Nice match.
I'm just so glad it's not like
Now you're fishing.
Stardew Valley fishing. I would just be like, shoot. Yep.
Nice match.
Okay, I should not be struggling this hard. No, that's not the same as that. Oh, why is this so difficult? Maybe I'm just dumb. I'm blind. Okay, come on. Are there no matches? Am I crazy? That's not gonna be the same, right? Yeah. Oops, not what I meant. Okay, time's up. Oh, got an S rank, I guess. Good work.